Okay, now I'm supposed to be alive. I certainly fucking hope I'm. Oh my god. PG-13. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get demonetized if I continue swearing.
Okay, now I'm supposed to be alive. I certainly.
Okay, yes, now I know that I'm live. So, hello everyone. There's gonna be a bit of lag between chat and responses, but yeah, this is the first live stream ever on YouTube. So let's just give it a go. Let's see how this goes. I've set up a small latency, so I should be able to follow all of your messages if there is anything in chat. One person watching who is me. So, welcome. What's going on, guys? This is Damien from the Lookout, and welcome. Oh, welcome to. Hello, how's it going? It's going awesome. Welcome to the tier list of 2022 leaders. Look what I've done to myself. Oh my god, what did I need this? Okay. Hi there. There is a bit of delay probably between my responses to the chat, so yeah, I'm trying to fix that. Anyway, tonight we are going over every single leader released in 2022. We are taking into consideration the period of when they were released and the period of how they performed during their metagame and how they perform in the current metagame. Current is the lowest denominator here, because some of these leaders obviously aren't able to keep up in the current metagame. So let's start. So we will start from this Goku and we will end with Ape Goku. Once again, just to, not once again, for the first time to go over the categories. Tier 0 OP should be banned, so those leaders that are clearly broken. Tier 1 meta-defining high competitive. So these aren't broken leaders. They are, the cream of the crop. They are the best ones. They're just not OP. They brought new decks into the metagame. They warped the metagame around them. They took the most competitive tables. Those are the tier 1. That's how we're looking at them. We will speculate for set 19 because obviously we cannot know right now. Tier 2 mid-competitive, this means all decks which performed well on competitive events but didn't take enough tables, so enough slots. So, decks that can play on competitive events, decks that are very, very strong, they're just not high competitive. You can say like rogue competitive decks. Tier 3 is everything below that. It's casuals, basically decks you take to locals, maybe win, probably not, I don't know, we'll see. Tier 4 is actual trash, and Tier 5 is Towa token deck. Because fuck that deck. That deck, I hate that deck so much. So let's start. Let's begin, guys, with an obvious one. We are starting with Universe 7 Goku. So, for the time where Universe 7 Goku came out, U7 was amazing when it came out. I think all of us here can agree that U7 was amazing when it came out. And it remained that way for Ultimate Squad all the way into Zenkai 1 when it got outshined by Gogeta and Sin. So, I saw on Zenkai Showdown one of them topping, and I'm not sure how well this deck will perform now, especially with all of these hits to red. Of course, you're playing a free cost Unison, so Yamcha doesn't matter as much, but still you have Violent Rays, and you have KP that also got hit. I would say that, look, Son Goku was definitely a tier 1 deck. Like, right now, I cannot see it taking too many tables, being too represented. I cannot. With all hits to red, basically everything is weakened. And with Goku, Gogeta, and Sin being so far up, I'm sorry, I have a metal drink, so I'm just eating things. With those two being so high up, I cannot see Goku being U7 being tier 1. However, the Android 18 support is awesome. Android 18 is actually very good, but it did warp the meta when it came out. And for that reason, I am going to actually put it into tier 1. Grand Priest, I think, is the biggest disappointment of 2022. I'm confused and lost on how a leader, how such a powerful and high expected leader, highly expected character, ended up being so bad. I know that there are Grand Priest fans out there. I am working on a Grand Priest build because the permanent avoids Zenkai deck avoids the permanent rules basically. But I think this is just, it came out. It's not actual trash. I think it is. Oh, well, this went off to a good start. I'll just say like Grand Priest. I don't see it even taking like locals. I honestly I haven't seen. I've seen them once at locals, and I play at 2 different locals. So I think this one is just bad, guys. I think this one is just bad. Crimson Goku is one of those who I thought that was going to be bad. I think that many people thought that this was going to be bad because it was back in Soul Striker era and it was like a mini Soul Striker. But back then, everything compared to Soul Striker was bad. Like blue was pack fillers. Everything in blue was pack filler. This deck actually ended up topping some events in Europe. There is a super aggressive version of it. It's a very strong blue deck, and that's why I'm gonna put it in mid competitive right now. I don't think that it's gonna see any representation in the current metagame, especially set 19 with all the Zenkai cards. And the newest Gohan, I think this one, he stays here. That's it. He might take some tables. You can say the same for U7, but U7 did warp the meta around him. That's why we're putting him into tier 1. Hello everyone, I see that we have some more people, so hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Thank you for coming to listen to my horrible opinions. Wiz is actual trash. Wiz is actual trash. There I got something right. I liked the archetype. I like the idea of, you attack something with Beerus and then you get to restand your Beerus, then you get to deal damage. All of that is cool, but it never really took off. You're giving battle cards in rest mode to your opponent. It's not the first time that this has happened. Roshi does that, but Roshi does that amazingly well compared to Beerus. Roshi does that very, very well because his payoffs are amazing and you can just play them for super cheap. So I would still put Whis here. Beerus and Champa are... Oh god. Beerus and Champa are bad. Both of them are super bad. Whenever I talk about the design of green in Dragon Ball, and whenever I mention over-reliance on flavor over mechanics, I always use Beerus and Champa as an example. Because going so deep into flavor ruined these decks. Like, you could have made them start on 8 life and just say 8 life, 10k power, awaken at 4, or maybe awaken at the lives when they had fighters, because tournament is starting awakened and then they flip and you can even make them 15k and then 20 on attacking or something like that. This way it was awful. So this way it was super bad, trash, garbage. One of the best decks and still the best. I think that this is still the best yellow deck. Tier 1, Trunks Vegeta. Maybe Monkey. Goku is super close. However, Trunks Vegeta has been the yellow deck of 2022. Transgita has been the yellow deck of this year, and the deck is just. When it came out, it was told that it's gonna be Icarus 2.0. It is. It's still the best yellow deck. Monkey very close. Zamasu, however, I think that Wish Zamasu is casual. It's not trash. It's not a trash deck, especially because then I need to put this one here as well, because this is the Z leader for the Zamasu deck. Hey everyone, welcome. We've just started recently. You haven't missed much. So this guy is, well, when he came out, Bojack was banned very recently before this deck came out, and this created a whole lot of hype because Bojack with Aegis was insane. So this was supposed to be, the next yellow-blue deck. Never really took off. Got slight upgrade. Doesn't solve the problem. Like, the only thing that this upgrade does is that the Z leader, when I say upgrade, is that it allows you to use the ultimate of your leader, and then it makes your leader not useless, and that's it. So that's basically what the Z leader does in this deck. However, unfortunately, I don't see this deck going even into mid competitive. There is a lot of setup for very little payoff, while for example Trunks Jita is not a lot of setup, but like huge payoffs. Like, you basically just need a 1-drop, which you just get. So Trunks Jita here, Zamasu, even with support, is a casual deck. I don't even think that it's mid competitive at this point. SSG Trunks came out shortly on the heels of Gogeta Xeno being banned. And this was like, this is going to be the next to replace Gogeta Xeno not being banned, thwarting being limited, and Martial Melee being banned, right? Yeah, I think so. Hey, I forgot, it's been such a long time. Check your DMs, haha. Mert, I can't open Facebook, Mert, now. You see, I'm doing stuff. Anyway, yeah. Trunks, still not the best. Not even in the current metagame. Like, I wanted to put this deck into mid-competitive. For the period when it came out, it looked to be mid-competitive. I remember that one of my friends took it to top tables at PeerCon, but the deck never really kind of did anything. It kind of just fell off. So even right now, I think it's even in casual decks. It's not anything super spectacular, unfortunately. Cumber, on the other hand, Cumber is going to be amazing. You've heard it here. Cumber is going to be great. No, Cumber is going to be bad. But like, it's going to be like Trunks a bit better, and that's it. Can say more. I think we can all agree there is not much talking when it comes to the Bora swap. It's trash, it's garbage, it's just bad. Spaceship was awesome. Spaceship was great for when it came out. It was the second best red deck next to U7 for the period for Ultimate Squad. I remember Pen was sold out like immediately. However, Spaceship really fell off. The problem with Spaceship was there was always this persistent fear that if you go to bigger events and Spaceship is meta, someone's going to play thin and counter you. That's not the reason Spaceship didn't work, but it was always, like, okay, let's not play it overly, but that wouldn't do anything because thing was bad always. But for Spaceship, Yamcha killed it. I think that limiting Yamcha really hit this deck. Banning New Ruler hit this deck. You cannot counterplay on turn 1 anymore. That holds you back a lot. And I don't think at this point that it's even mid competitive. I think that it's just here. Now you have the Smoke Dragon that removes the spaceship. Green removes the spaceship with new Zenkai cards like Jiren, Master Roshi's archetype. Fated Rival Piccolo removes the spaceship. Sin Shenron, so it's casual. I would say I don't want to put it in garbage. I think it's just casual. General Dildo. General Dildo is just bad. I mean, like, I saw it once. Scrap Games, Jamie piloted it very well at our locals. But other than that, like, even without support, I think that we can just put, like, this is here. And Red Ribbon Robot is also here. Like, I don't think that anyone is really going to say, like, hey, these two cards, you know, they're casual or mid. No, this is just bad. Like, both of them are awful. We have a whole bunch of leaders to go through. So, like, let's not spend too much time on bad cards. Cooler. Now, Cooler, I said, and not just said, I made a video saying that Cooler is going to save green, that Cooler is the deck that saves green. Cooler didn't do anything. Cooler really didn't do anything when he came out. Everyone was afraid of it. It was meta relevant until Cell came out, and then Cell ended up being so much better than Cooler. So even now, I'm just gonna say like Cooler is like casual. It's not even mid-competitive at this point. With so much Unison hate in set 19, Cooler isn't even mid-competitive anymore. Cooler is just bad. Meta Cooler on the other hand. Isn't tier 3. Nah, man, like, if I wasn't saving tier 0 for something, I would put Meta Cooler here, you know, but I think that I would put Meta Cooler in casual because I really, really love Meta Cooler and I'm super biased, and I might even consider taking it to the finals if it weren't for Knockout Strike Gogeta existing. So I think that Meta Cooler, unfortunately, is just bad. But we will see, you know, when finals roll around, unless I bring Gogeta instead. The blue one, not the red one. Come on, like, I cannot play competitive deck seriously. Dripku, unfortunately, when Dripku was revealed, it was said that, like, hey, he cannot combo with Unisons, so that is bad. 17 viewers, hello everyone. Welcome to the party. We are going over stuff. So there's a bit more people now, so we'll just briefly repeat the tiers, how we do them. Tier 0, self-explanatory. Tier 1, decks that were meta decks, decks that are meta decks. The most highly represented decks, and the decks that warped the metagame around them. That's tier 1. Tier 2 is, you know, you can say like your rogue competitive decks. Mid-competitive, still strong, still able to show up at some tables. Casual is just casual decks. Your locals decks, trash is trash. And tier 5 is Towa token deck, because fuck the deck. The deck got masked ID banned for no reason. So let's continue. This is a funny case, because this Goku, people said like, well, he's missing the ability to combo, so Cooler is better. And then this guy actually started, you know, doing stuff at US events far more consistently than Cooler. So I would still not put it in competitive, because Sin is just gonna eat it. For when it came out, it was good. Right now, it's overshadowed by other yellow decks, and Unisons aren't a viable strategy going into set 19. So I'm gonna like put him here, and I'm gonna put him like in front of Cooler, although I'm not doing the left to right is better and or worse, you know, we're not doing that. If I put Piccolo in trash, Mateusz is going to challenge me, like he boldly challenged Eggman to a duel, so I'm not gonna put Piccolo. I'm going to put Mateusz, I'm sorry, I'm going to put this Piccolo is bad. This Piccolo is bad. This one. Which is a funny story. Actually, let's go through all of the Piccolos right now. because Bandai did Yellow Piccolo 3 sets in a row, and not one of them was good. And this one is bad. This one is also bad, but this is more of a casual deck. Like this one can see stuff, some wins at locals and stuff like that. 22 viewers, welcome everyone. We are halfway done right now, so I'm gonna re-upload all of this, and then there you will see the explanations for the tiers and why everything is everywhere. So yeah, let's just put like this Piccolo here. This Piccolo is going here also, because Premium Pack is bringing very good support for it. Plus you have the Goro Unison that works with it much better than Dende. So I'm just gonna, but when you put this guy here compared to everything else, you realize that it's actually trash. Yep. Hi, you're looking forward to finals? Yes, yeah, I'm looking on my phone chat because I'm shit at OBS. I'm looking forward to the finals so much. I'm really excited to meet everyone there. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm happy that we managed to push for the newest ban list. So if you guys are there, come say hi. I'm gonna be there for both decks. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. For both days, playing meme decks at low tables. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. Going just like with the last Piccolo, this is a generic good stuff leader. The Z leader is absolutely amazing. We went over how to play this guy. But I still think that I still think that it's a casual deck. I still think that it's not mid competitive. Like you can say it's a good. It is a good yellow good stuff leader. That is true. But even if you take him like mid competitive, are decks that can and will probably take at least some slots, or have done so when they came out. We cannot say for this Piccolo because it's just coming out, but I don't think that this guy is going to even show up anywhere, because you will just play Trunks, Gogeta, or Monkey instead. Even as a generic good stuff leader, you'll play the Monkey or the Trunks Gogeta, though Trunks Gogeta isn't so much generic good stuff, but yeah. Self-explanatory. To hell with this deck, and to hell with the idea of getting secret ID banned so that this can be good, and then this just ended up being trash anyway. You know where this goes. I think this is pretty self-explanatory, that this and this is going here. Actually, I'm gonna break my rule a bit. I'm gonna say like these two guys are tier 0. We just had the Zenkai Cup. I did not cover the Zenkai Cup. I don't plan on covering Zenkai Cup, because Zenkai Cup is irrelevant data. It's too locked. It's too limited. So of course that these two decks are going to be represented. But fun fact for all of you just joining us, we had Zenkai Cup in Europe, and these two decks ended up taking, what did they take? 15 out of top 16 slots were these two decks. And one of them was a madman who came with starter Trunks deck. But yeah. Next off, we have this guy. Heloku is... Honestly, Heloku is casual. I said that this deck was going to be bad when it was revealed. SS4 leader is inherently flawed, so I agree, but Sin is fixable without banning. Yes, I absolutely agree, Tarkara. Sin is fixable. You can... I think that if they hit the 4-drop in Sin, that's gonna fix Sin. It's going to knock it down a bit. Because getting hit by a 20k double striker, which can neg something, which can get critical on turn 2, that's stupid pressure. That's way too much. Gogeta is inherently broken. There is no saving Gogeta. Gogeta needs to go away. It needs to go away. Sin is awfully powerful, but he's not Gogeta levels of broken. Gogeta is just stupid. Once again, going back to Heroku, I think it's just a casual deck. There was a lot of hype when it came out, but as I've said even back then, it's jumping through thousands of hoops to do like 1% of what like ramp deck does instead. I've actually managed to view. Hey Slasher, what's up? Welcome. Haze plus 4 drop, definitely yes. Haze plus 4 drop needs to go away. That's a stupid plan. That's a stupid play. I thought that it's gonna be addressed on this current ban list. Just say that Haze cost has the same wording as Oceanus and the problem is fixed. 3 energy or more, done. Pycon. I think Fred isn't watching, so I'm just gonna put Pycon into trash. Pycon is bad. Like, Pycon is really, really bad. Like, it feels bad because it's the second Pycon leader. It once again wants to jump through millions of hoops to do nothing. But, you know, like, I don't think that Pycon is ever going to be good if they continue on this route of, like, do this, then go back to hand, then play this, then like restand energy, or he does something. I don't even remember what he does. The next Pycon can only be good if it's in red. Otherwise, like, no. Second, checking messages. Binerata hurt Heroku, that is true. I wasn't doing amazing before and now it has no chance. Yeah, Binerata really hurt Heroku. That is true. Master Roshi. Last time I put Master Roshi here, and I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Mr. Roshi is not meta-defining. It's not meta-defining, but it is the current best green deck in the game. It is the current best green deck. So I'm going to put him like mid-competitive. I'm thinking like it's probably going to top something. Again, Mr. Roshi has topped before. Not a lot of events because everything is Gogeta and Sin, but Master Roshi has topped before. So is he going to go into tier 1? It is the best green deck for now. So not counting set 19. And I think that it's still going to be topping, but I think that it's mid-competitive. It's not a highly competitive deck. Right now, though, you can argue that it is one of the best green decks. I might revisit Roshi by the end. Okay, King Piccolo isn't going to be good as long as Sin is around. That's basically the way that things are. It's great because Yamcha is gone. King Piccolo, the green one, has much more chance of being a relevant deck in the metagame. One of the better. I would put him like here or here. If I would put him here or here if Sin went away. As long as Sin exists, King Piccolo is like very, very low casual deck as long as Sin exists, because if you're playing Piccolo and you run into Sin, you lost. You just lost. If you run into Gogeta, you lost. If you run into yellow decks, if you run into Monkey, if you run into Transgeta, you lost. You just cannot. King Piccolo can put out a bunch of stuff, but it falls flat when compared to these other decks. Its biggest issue is red. Red is by far the biggest issue, because now that Yamcha is gone, King Piccolo is better. But then, like, would you really take him to any event knowing that, like, Sin is here? Like, no one's gonna do that. Maybe some madman is going to surprise me, because I even saw someone playing set 15 Goku on Zenkai Showdown, the green one, so people surprise me. So we will see, will someone surprise us with Piccolo? Bardock is just bad. I said that last time, that Bardock should be OP, because he's the 6th Bardock screw leader. it ended up just being bad. So yeah, I'm checking the latency here. I think it's fine. Anyway, Shroom and Salsa. Okay, now we are slowly approaching some of the newer decks. Shroom and Salsa aren't... They should be casual. I know that Big O played them pretty well at the locals, but like pretty well, really, really well. He's an amazing player. But for Shroom and Salsa, guys, I think that like Shroom and Salsa aren't... I cannot even put them in casual decks when you look at everything else here. Like Shroom and Salsa is just bad. They were bad when they came out and they just remained bad. Like Black is in an awful state. Now we are slowly touching upon... Are you going to Den Haag in Netherlands for the tournament? Yes, I am going to Haag for the tournament. I bought my tickets, I got the vacancy and everything, so I'm super excited. I'm super excited to go and to meet all of you there. If you guys are there, come say hi. It's gonna be awesome. I'll be playing meme decks at low tables. So I'm slipping on King Piccolo. I'm slipping on King Piccolo. It is possible that I'm slipping on King Piccolo. It is possible. Though I'm not sold. I'm not sold on it. Can you let me know what I'm missing here? Like I might be missing something. I haven't visited this deck in a while. Now what's next? The Saiyan Trio. Now we're entering set 19. Saiyan Trio is well. Actually, you know what? Let's leave set 19 for the last. Hey, nice. I hope I can see you there. I live in Netherlands. I only did. Nice. Hope to see you there too. You want a picture with you? Yeah, I want a picture with you. Yeah, Mert, we will be taking pictures. Don't worry. Turtle School higher than Green King P. Yes, Jeffrey. Turtle School higher than Green KP is because Turtle School actually performed very well. It performed very well in the pre-ban metagame with Sin and Gogeta. Turtle School topped Zenkai Showdown and topped the London big event with I think it was over 100 players. It's one of the better green decks, especially when compared to KP. KP is slipping on himself. Lol, okay. Oh man. I'm really enjoying this, man. Like 30 people, awesome, nice. Razerata helped KP a lot. That is true, because now you can just swing buff your guys and not be afraid of Raze. Absolutely agreed. Saiyan Trio, I think it's... I didn't do a how to play on this one. I should probably get around to doing that, but I will just repeat what I said in the last video, the last Archetype breakdown. Saiyan Trio feels like Red Jiren from set 14, but bad. And Red Jiren is an amazing deck. Red Jiren is a bit dead right now, but it was a great deck when it came out, and this is super similar because you play your 1-drops, you evolve them, but it costs, how to say it, Jiren can put them out consistently for free, the 1-drops, he evolves for free, this guy evolves for 1 energy, and there's very, very little payoff to Saiyan Trio. The boss monster is nyeh. The one that negs by 30 is good, but it has no defenses. The only good EX evolve guy is Goku. Vegeta removes himself to grab your stuff back. Trunks is just a blocker, he can withstand it, that's fine, but only Goku does something consistently. The Z Leader is amazing though. The Z Leader for the Saiyan Trio is amazing. Everything else is just kinda nyeh. I don't think that it's even like in casual decks at this point. I think that this is just trash. Might be wrong. This is the only one that I haven't studied. That one and the Android. But I know that the Android is good. I will get around to deck profile for it maybe next week. because I want to get these ones out before the finals. Because US viewers, if anyone from the US is here, these guys have set 19 legal, so we should cover set 19 decks as well. Android is good. Android is, I would even put him in, I would put him in mid competitive. Android is good. You can go hand destruction. You can go spam the field with him, like semi-swarming with 14 and 15. You can include off-color. No Gamma. Oh, I forgot about Gamma. Oh, man. Yeah. I absolutely forgot about Gamma. Shit. Okay, I will try to fix that once we are done. Okay, I will try to... Sam, I forgot about Gamma. I don't know how. Deck Planet betrayed me. I forgot about the leader. Gamma was tier 1. Gamma is... I would still put it into tier 1. It's either tier 1 or tier 2. That's where I would put Gamma. But the Android I would put into tier 2. 1 second, I'm just gonna go over chat because it's on my phone, because I'm shit on when it comes to OBS. DX Evolve is good, but Vegito will use it better than the trio. I can't believe you did my girl Token Tova dirty. Perry, I really hate Token Tova. I hate it because Secret ID got banned because of it, and something else also got hit, and then the deck didn't do anything. So, for Gamma, just pretend General Red is... Yeah. Actually, Slasher is cool. We'll pretend that... No, man, if we put General Red like into tier 1 or tier 2, people will come into this tier list video and just unsubscribe immediately. Gamma auto-ban tier from being forgotten. Lying Gamma presentation. Thank you for entertainment. Thank you, Andy. Greetings from Luxembourg. Looking forward to meeting you. Looking forward to meeting you as well. So let's go. Android tier 2. I just want to say for Android, I think that it is one of those decks that people will be super hyped for when it comes out, and then Gogeta and Sin are just going to ruffle stomp him, and then it's gonna fall into obscurity unless something gets done. Wait. Now with the banlist, Gamma has a chance to win against Gogeta and Sin. That is true. So I would put like Gamma here. Let's say Gamma is tier 1 with the banlist. Let's say Gamma is tier 1 because Gamma has been, even in the first Zenkai set, at the start of Zenkai set, Gamma was the best blue deck, although we were still learning how to adapt. So I think that Gamma does deserve a tier 1 spot. Definitely. It's like Magenta. Well, Magenta is in a tier of its own, man. Gohan is going to be meta defining. Gohan is... We made a video. If you haven't checked it out, we have a full guide on how to play this Gohan deck. And that's not even the best version. Gohan is absolutely broken. Gohan is insane. Gohan is the reason why Senzobin got hit on the ban list. There is no way that this deck isn't going to be like tier 1. Like this, I don't think that it is overpowered. I don't think that it's OP. I think that it's tier 1. It is possible to fight against Gohan, but we will really have to see. Because it gives me those King Vegeta vibes. You cannot play everything for free, but what happens when I go first with Gohan, then you charge your 1 energy, and then turn passes to me, and then I attack you for like 7-8 times. That's stupid. That's really stupid. There is one deck in set 19 that can fight Gohan pretty well. We will get to that one. I think that Gohan is tier 1, might even be tier 0. Might even be. But it's too early to tell. I'll have to test it on Twitch. Gotenks. Well, Gotenks, Gotenks is very disappointing. Gotenks is like... I'm not changing my mind on Gotenks. You can play him with we did a deck profile, we did autoplay as well. Some people out here still swear King Cold is the best green deck. King Cold is the best green deck. King Cold was the best green deck. I'm biased. My first deck was King Cold after I came back into the game. I still think that King Cold is amazing. It's a bit outdated right now. It's outdated. But like until very recently, King Cold, amazing. Gotenks, you can play for the boss monster. You can play spamming Goten and Trunks instead. I think spamming Trunks is a better strategy than just going for the boss monster. Because you can play Trunks, swing for 15, activate battle, remove combo, then he's 25k. Then you can use the Goten that gets Trunks to the field. You get another Trunks to the field. He draws you one again. Then you swing with him. It's he has limit 1, I think, so he cannot do the activate battle again. Well, King Kong is really great deck. This line. Green decks have a lot of soul decks, but nothing outstanding. That is true. Gotenks are like you're missing cards for the archetype. Yeah, Gotenks feels like that. I actually went back to the previous set, and Gotenks. There are Trunks and Goten in the previous set, yellow ones as well. One of them is a super combo. I think Trunks is a super combo, but he's leader locked. A Goten and some Goten from the previous set is also yellow and is just bad. But we will be getting more Goten and Trunks cards definitely in the future. And the good thing is that this one isn't as color locked. So a lot of its cards, when they say Goten superhero or Trunks superhero, they don't necessarily say blue. So something might happen in the future. Something might happen. Gogeta. Oh man, like I was so hyped for Gogeta. If you're a member of Scrub Games Discord, I'm very active there with my unfiltered thoughts and feelings. And I talked a lot about the Gogeta archetype, and I said when it was revealed, there is no way that Bandai is going to make both Gogeta and Broly bad. When does the next set drop for Europe? Next set is dropping for Europe on the 25th, and cards will be able to be bought on Card Market on the 18th. But officially it's coming out on the 25th. It got delayed. Back to Gogeta. You can draw 3 cards per turn. Everything is good in the deck. It's not trash. Okay, Gogeta isn't trash, but if you run into Super Namekian and you lost, basically, the boss monster isn't super crazy. So I think that I would still put Gogeta in casual. It's not a bad deck. It draws a lot. It has a huge hand, but it's not trash. But keep in mind, I'm heavily biased for Gogeta. I'm heavily biased. This guy is tier 1. This guy's tier 1. We will have an article about him by Sunday on Patreon. I would say the link is in the description below, but I am bad at this, so I didn't put it there. But we will have an article guide on how to play Broly with the deck and everything on our Patreon. Tier 2, it's just like $2. So, and then next week we will also go over a deck profile on the channel as well, because I don't really like getting stuff. Broly is amazing. Trust me, Broly is amazing. And when I mentioned that there is one deck in set 19 that beats Gohan, is Broly. Because with Broly you will always outcombo Gohan with Broly, unless he's going for 3 cards in combo area to pay 1 to play the 19k. When he's swinging with his 15ks, you are out comboing him with Broly, just because of the amount of cards that you have under your leader. More importantly, Gohan spams the field. If you're playing Broly versus Gohan, you're putting in the board wipe. the activate main / battle board wipe. For 1 energy, if your opponent you pick a Broly, doesn't need to be the leader, any Broly, and you KO all battle cards with power equal to or less. And considering how much you can combo in this deck and that it's activate battle, and considering that Gohan is the deck that spams the field and nothing has barrier, Broly should be able to beat Gohan 9 out of 10 times if you pull into this. You should be able to do this. So it's a deck that's going to be keeping this deck somewhat in check. And on the other hand, if you're not playing against Gohan, you can play your 35k triple strike cannot be removed guy turn 2 pretty consistently if you draw into him, and not a lot of decks can actually defend themselves against a 35k triple strike guy on turn 2, especially if you went first. Then like your opponent is on 1 energy, you're on 2 energy, you play the boss monster, you swing 35k triple, they're not out comboing that, they take 3 damage, turn goes over to them, then they have 2 energy, and your guy has super barrier, and super barrier means that he has protection from being removed from the battle area once. Your opponent, if they want to remove him, need to be able either to neck him, bounce him into hand, warp him, flat out KO him, bottom deck him, do something twice on 2 energy, or he's not going away. So that's super strong. That's insane. Anyway, Lord Slug. Oh man, so Lord Slug, I think that Lord Slug isn't bad. I think that Lord Slug is fun, but the problem, as I've mentioned in the how to play guide, you have a lot of hoops to jump through for very minimal results if you look at his engine. However, I'm still going to put him into casual because Lord Slug is amazing when it comes to cheating out the Super Namekian, when it comes to finding Super Namekian, and when you put the 1-drop, the old Anguilla 3-drop, and the Super Namekian into Lord Slug, this deck is suddenly a lot better. So I'm just gonna put him into casual decks. I think that this one is good. It is confirmed that he can stick around after the neg to 0. Yes, because Broly's... I need to check this out. 1 second. Okay, 1 second. We're just checking out something for Broly. Everything is fine here. If I go to here, I'm trying to find something. 1 second. I'm trying to find the Broly boss monster on my screen. Blah blah blah. When he would leave the battle area. Yeah. So if you neck him, if he's sent by neck to 0 to the drop, he's still being sent from the battle area. He's still being removed. Just be careful also yellow with green Broly to drop. I lost a lot of extra card under Broly to do final flash and then KO. Oh yeah, that's awful. No, helpful by game mechanic. You can save 5 cards to your leader, though not to lose those cards. Yeah, but I'm not sure, because I hear what you're saying, Jeff. Though but Broly specifically says that when he gets removed from battle area, not KO'd, not sent, just when he is moved to a different area in the game, he can save himself. Not sure on that one. If someone here is a judge, please confirm. Next off, Cell. Cell is the deck that went and overshadowed Cooler completely, and Cell was very, very, very good when he came out. Cell was the best green deck when he came out. I'm not putting him in tier 2, I'm just raising my screen. Cell was great. However, the problem with Cell is that hand destruction is bad. It's not that Cell is a bad deck. Cell is very good, but hand destruction is awful. unless you're playing Magenta, of course. So Cell is not taking any events anymore. He's just not doing that anymore. He's slow. Unison doesn't help anymore. Hand destruction is awful because everyone just sides against it. Once Magenta comes, people will be siding even more against hand destruction. I think Cell was great when he came out. For the same reason why I'm putting this guy here, he was great when he came out. I'm also putting Cell into tier 2. Otherwise, I would put him into casual decks, but Cell was very, very good when he came out. Q&A for BR is on the main page, I think. Yeah. We're leaving Magenta for last. Vegito. Okay. Raising the screen. Vegito is amazing. Vegito is stupid good. Vegito is stupid good. Like, there shouldn't be a leader who can just remove barrier stuff. He comes out turn 2, he removes barriers. Where would you rate Red Gogeta BR since the new Z battle card? This is 100% not better than KP. Okay. Cell isn't better, Jeff. Cell isn't better than KP. Probably. We are looking, I'm also considering leaders at the time when they came out. What were they like in that metagame? How impactful were they back then? And then weighing that also to how they are right now. Because we're just looking at how leaders historically performed, and then we're comparing it to the current metagame. That's why Cell is in tier 2. For Vegito is stupid. Vegito is tier 1. Maybe tier 0. But like, I'm not sold because I haven't played him a lot. But I think that Vegito is definitely like tier 1. We're not doing left to right, better to worse. Tier 0 is, as you can see, tier 0 is pretty reserved. For tier 0 exists basically because of these two guys. So Vegito, one of the best decks in the game, meta defining. His earned being good for now is fine. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Vegito has completely earned being good. Like, after so much failed support, this guy earns being good. Next off, the Janemba one. Okay, if anyone here plays Janemba, please let me know in the chat. Has this Z leader changed anything for the deck? I know that it was the least represented Unison Warrior block deck, like of all time, at least according to Deck Planet stats, and by that I mean registered decks. So I think that Janemba is like still trash. I think that it is still bad. Someone correct me. If you're playing Janemba, let me know. I haven't given this one a go yet. I had Vegito since the release, and I'm so happy that he gave it love. It's broken once you see Awaken. Yes. I think B Nerata makes Vegito tier 1. It was tier 0. It was tier 0 before B Nerata, yes. The highest, the biggest losers besides everything blue are Vegito and Gohan, because if Bean wasn't Errata with the two of them, that would be stupid. Green KP should be in mid competitive, not casual. Yeah, Green KP in mid. Okay, a lot of people are saying Green KP in mid competitive. I will trust you, so I'm putting Green KP into mid competitive. I trust you fully, because you're probably seeing something that I'm not. And then again, I'm the person who put Roche into trash. So, yeah. What's up? How are you doing, man? Thanks for joining us. We're skipping Magenta for the last. Boo, I would put... Oh, man, like... Boo was good. Boo was very good when he came out. He topped some events. The green-blue version of Boo topped events. That was awesome. And I love this Z leader, because this Z leader is what a Z leader support should be. Just like Vegito and Broly. You're taking a good, okay leader and you're buffing it, and you're just buffing it. super good right now. With the current metagame in mind, yeah, it's still struggling. It's still going to struggle a lot. But, like, I think that it's going to be topping some events. Boo has topped events in the past. And now Violent Race isn't as significant, but Violent Race got hit. Red got hit, got taken down a notch. I would agree. I never played Green Pig, but multiple lists regarding his best value to beat sticks. Okay. So I would even put this guy into mid competitive, man. I'm going to put him here for now. For now. Maybe I change it later. Because I'm really not sure on how to evaluate this one. This guy, on the other hand, this guy is awesome. This guy is good. He's very good. He's 30k. He spams the field. He brings back a dead deck, makes it green, and then it works. Because green works best apparently when it's not green. Boo used offensive bean to top events in the past, though. That is true. Boo doesn't have bean anymore. Another victim of bean. Let's just put him casual for now, then. For Broly is amazing. Broly is a monster. Broly is great. Is it better than, like, is it mid competitive? Is it going to be topping any events anytime? Well, it's a 30k double striker. It spams the field. You can play the secret rare in it. It has big beat sticks. I know that Scrub Games has played it with great success, but that man can pilot anything. So for right now, if we compare him to everything else, is it going to see play? That is a good question. It's either casual or mid competitive. It's not tier 1, it's not trash. It's still too early to tell. We haven't had any events with this guy. No events with him. I'm going to put him Black Broly strong, but in best of 3 struggles. Going to put him here. No SS3 Goku. No SS3 Goku because we're just going over the leaders that came out in 2022. We're just going over all of the new stuff that came out this year. If SS3 Goku was here, he would be like here, because he's insane. One of the best. I mean, like, a lot of blue ramp decks would be here, and by that I mean Goku and Beerus. This guy, where would you? I only got 27 at Zenkai. Sadly, I only got 22nd at Zenkai the 6th. With Black Broly. Black Broly is good. Jeffrey, I agree with you. Black Broly is great. He's 30k double striker, spams the field. He's amazing. Invoker tier 0. Edit. Hey Peter, how are you doing, man? I didn't even need to read the username. Knew who this was immediately. Where would I place Agents of Destruction right now? Oh man, right now I think AOD isn't good right now. I would put Agents of Destruction. I would put them maybe into tier 2. Because I know they did. Agents of Destruction did well. I think even from Spain piloted them. We did a deck profile. They did well earlier this year, but then Zenkai came around and Zenkai changed a lot. And because of these two assholes in tier 0, everything else is knocked down. Bad Peter, stop. Sorry for my things. EOD lost power due to Bean. Yeah. Probably, like, it's not good anymore. It's not as good. Talk every day, but he should stop it. Yeah, Peter should stop. I got his hopes up, Mert, a bit when I said that MVP is getting unbanned. 31 people, man, like 31 people came to listen to me ramble. This is fascinating. Hey everyone, welcome. let's continue. This guy, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Unfortunately, I wanted to do how to play on him back when he was revealed. I thought that he was amazing because I love blue ramp leaders like him and Beerus, which can be win conditions on their own. You don't need a boss monster. You just have your leader, and your leader can eventually win you the game. Like Beerus just wins you the game. But Beerus, the visitor, got hit very significantly. I mean, how significantly for this deck? Not sure, because I'm not sure how often you actually used him just to just to draw like a madman, tap everything. But this guy is still good. I think that all blue ramp decks are good, especially in the current metagame. Blue ramp decks are good. With Dirty Burst, with the boss monsters, with everything, blue ramp decks are good, and I still think that this is a good one. It's a good one, but like if SS3 and Beerus were around in this tier list, I will put them into tier 1, and I will put this guy into tier 2, because SS3 and Beerus are still a bit better. This one puts in tapped energy, and then you need to Zeno to get them back to put something else in. The other two are much more straightforward, but it's still a very good ramp deck. It suffers a bit with Bean being hit by Nerata, but all blue decks suffer from it. It suffers a bit from Beerus being hit by Nerata, but how often will you do that? So, where is Gamma? Hey Shane, I forgot to add Gamma. I forgot. Deck Planet didn't put out Gamma when I made the selection of leaders. Gamma is... I would put Gamma into tier 1. I would put Gamma into tier 1 definitely. How do you feel about the upcoming championship in Hague using the new cards only a week before the actual tournaments? Yeah, Slasher. Everyone else said here it's... I just want to echo everyone's thoughts. Set 19 isn't legal for our finals. We did fight for the ban list, and we did win for the ban list, but we didn't get the set. I personally would like the if set was legal, because we're just going to be in this weird format right now that's just going to be Sin and Gogeta, because not a lot of things can fight them. But I would like if we had set 19 legal. She forgot Gamma's. Try to add it to the end. Gamma is going to have a good time. We need an Invoker Anonymous meeting for Peter. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. It's partially my fault, because I got him convinced that Android 17 MVP is going to get an Anerata. That's my fault. I thought that seriously. I did. When is EU finals? 25th. You're welcome, Shane. It's no, it's 26th. 26th. I'll be pissed drunk on 25th, and it's on 26th. Isn't Zenkai free not till March as well? Yes. Also, it's not till March. I want to say something about Zenkai free. All of you who are here, I want to say something about Zenkai free so bad. But you'll have to wait until the end of the year. Like, I want to say something so bad. It's not spoilers. It's something else. That would be crazy. I'm personally happy we don't have the new set. It would mean kinda pay to win, only a few dozen people. Yeah, Slasher, I agree. We had an issue at Zenkai Showdown. There were a lot of concerns because we made it so close to the set release that people won't have time to gather all the cards. Everyone got the cards, but they didn't have enough time to prep for the event. Set Cumber free. Cumber is going to be good. Cumber is going to be good, man. Like, and I expect Fu as well as the leader. Say it, we won't tell anyone. I cannot say it. I'm sorry. I really want to. I really want to say it, but I can't. let's move with the tier list, guys. This leader is the one that I've never mentioned before. Honestly, I forgot that I have it. The only reason why I remember this because like I have like 12 of these packs back home. Curious what you want to tell us about Zenkai Set 3. It's nothing related to the set itself. I don't have any inside info on Zenkai Set 3. I don't have any spoilers for you. There is something else. So you will see by the end of the year. Another yellow Piccolo leader. Lol. Probably, yeah. So for this guy, never mentioned him, forgot that he existed, and I think that everyone else forgot that he existed. So he's going into trash. I really forgot that this guy existed. I might go back and look at him right now, but I forgot, man. Like, I'm going to assume that you're TOing the official event after Zenkai 3 release. Man, no. I would love to TO an official event. But I'm not TOing an official event after Zenkai 3 releases. I think that would be awesome. If I did, that would be pretty cool. But I don't see Bandai giving me the TO position for anything. Let's go through the starters. Pan, I hyped a lot of people on Pan. I thought that oh my god, 30 people. Please, the local become the webcam TO. Oh man. The secret is Bardock 5. Well, Takara, you know I haven't even set up this OBS stream properly. I'm pretty sure I cannot do webcam. I'll try. I will try. I'll try to TO something. I will TO something definitely in 2023. That's your spoiler for the evening. For Pan, I hyped a lot of people on Pan. It's not good anymore. I think it's Gogeta and Sin overshadowed Pan. The hit on Yamcha, the hit on Violent Rays is actually good for Pan. Because now your Beat Beater, your Z Battle card is much better with it not being able to be stopped by Violent Rays. Heartfelt Plea going away is the thing that hurt Pan. And Pan, unfortunately, I didn't even saw it on any events. I know DBM did well with Pan, I think. But other than that, I don't think it's even mid-competitive anymore. I think it's just like mid-casual. I was super sure that Pen was going to be amazing. Also pro the local doll thief forever. Excited to see what you say about Yellow Kitku. It's been one of my favorite decks for the past couple of months. Well, guys, if you want, Shane, I'm only going over leaders that released in 2022. But if you guys want, maybe next week as we are approaching finals, we can go over some sort of a tier list or a discussion of the upcoming metagame and all decks with support and stuff going into the finals. If that's something that you would be interested in, we can try like live streaming again next Friday or something. Let me know in the comments. Let's go to Trunks. Trunks won 13th place at the Zenkai Cup. I saw the breakdown and I saw that something is missing, and Michael told me it's Trunks. Trunks got the 13th place at Zenkai Cup. Awesome for Trunks. Unfortunately, it's still just a casual deck. It's don't look at this as Trunks is worse than some of these cards. Then like KP is strictly better, or Broly is everything strictly better than Trunks. This just means that can I put Trunks now into, because mid competitive are supposed to be decks rogue decks that can still top events, and Trunks did exactly that twice at least. When I did the data breakdown, I think it won like once. So by that logic, Trunks is a mid-competitive deck. By following my train of logic, because this guy was a mid-competitive of how he performed, we have to put Trunks into tier 2. Sorry, the starter deck one. Aha, the starter, yes. It's only good against red, but bad against everything else. So trash. Aha. Oh, well, Mert, I'm not going to question your wisdom, man, but I'm going to put it into casual. I don't think that it's trash, man. I think that, but I need to put him into mid-competitive, man. Like, it topped 2 events. That's the condition. We need to, adhere to the rules. Otherwise, yeah, probably. Gotenks actually topped something, right? Gotenks topped something very recently. Oh man, I even spoke with the guy who topped it. What was that event? It was something in the US. Maybe Zenkai Cup? Gotenks topped something recently. If someone remembers, let me know in the chat. He sounds like a counter meta pick, huh? I take Trunks to European finals. Gotenks is better. Gotenks is a lot better now that Violent Rays got hit. Gotenks is better now. It topped few events. It topped one event pretty recently. I think it was the Zenkai Cup. I'm not sure. So I would still put Gotenks into mid-competitive. Gotenks is one of the better green decks. Now with Violent Rays being hit, Online Regionals, thank you Big Chungus, Online Regionals was topped by Gotenks. And with the newest ban list, as I'm saying, Gotenks, I'm putting him into tier 2. We're almost done. We have 2 leaders left to go. So, tier 3 for Gotenks. You sure? He topped some events, man. Like, I think for that, I need to put him into tier 2. And Violent Rays, once again, being hit helps it a lot. Ape Goku. Okay, I'm putting him here just so that I can raise the screen. Okay. Ape Goku, guys. I love this deck. I think this deck is insane. I think that the leader's ability is genuinely crazy. Just to tap everything on the field, you have ways to remove stuff. Kid Goku's biggest problem is it has hoops to jump through, and then you're playing like monkeys, which aren't as good. And if you have like Trunks is a lot better. Like, Trunks has always performed a lot better. It's easier to do things that you want to do with Trunks. Kid Goku is being held back by the current metagame. Its unison is very hard to keep out. Its cards are hard to keep out, while Sin is just roaming wild. So I think that is it a high competitive deck? It is. Well, in 2022, it is still next to Trunks the best yellow leader that came out this year. It still is. It's very, very good, and I'm slightly biased because I have high hopes for this one. I have high hopes for it, and I think that at some point it will be good, because swing and rest everything, that's strong, man, in yellow. But Wolfang Fizz destroys it. Red is keeping him back a lot. I would put him in mid-competitive, definitely. With so much red, it's mid-competitive. If these guys get removed, if these guys get to, hit down a notch, taken down a notch, then it might go into tier 1. But it's tier 2 for now, because I think that this guy will be taking some events. It will not take as in win, it will top. It will definitely top something, because it's strong, it's super powerful. Apeku is probably now casual, you think? Also, Belly boys are tough to deal with. I'm interested to see what it does with the hits to red. I don't think that Apeku is casual. I think that Apeku is mid-competitive. I think that it's... Because casual decks... I don't think that any of these tier 3 casual decks actually has what it takes to top an event. I think that Goku does, but red is keeping Goku in check hard. It's really keeping it hard in check. So, yeah, because green topped more. Green topped more than yellow at this point. Last time it was 1% difference, and green did top the online regionals and red and yellow didn't. That is true. I think that they should be evened out by now, but I need to check out everything. They're either evened out or green did win a lot more. I need to go over the data for this. But I would put him into tier 2. And of course, the moment that you have all been waiting for is me, taking Magenta, slowly up the ranks, slowly here, like over here, and then just like kicking these bastards into actual trash where they belong. Magenta tier 0 OP should be banned. Yes. I'm not going to remove Magenta from tier 0. That's not happening. Honestly, I think that realistically Magenta is tier 1. I think that Magenta is tier 1. I have a crazy new build that I'm gonna show you on Monday, hopefully. I think that Magenta is insane. But last time I spoke about this deck, Magenta came and roughed me up a bit, so it's been difficult. I'm afraid to put him anywhere else. So like the boss has standards, and boss standard is tier 0. Magenta, the local discovered Magenta. Jesus Christ. The Rata helps a ton. I think this deck... Magenta will probably not be tier 0, but it will be... Yes, Jeffrey, as I said, I don't think that realistically he is tier 0. I think that realistically he's tier 1. He cannot compare to the things in tier 0. But Magenta is insanely strong. Insanely strong with playtime's over and you just discard your opponent's hand on their swing. Like, yeah, it's stupid good. How are you gonna stop the Glock? I mean, like, come on, yeah. For those of you, I want to say something. I wanted to come cosplaying to the finals. I found a Magenta suit. I wanted to come as Magenta with, the chain and the plastic Glock and everything, and the suit was too little. I'm a huge guy. I'm like 186, and the suit, I think it was Magenta suit because it was really made for small people. So I was looking at it and thinking like, man, like if I break my legs and if I like tie them with a belt or something, maybe I can fit into this. But no way, unfortunately, no way. Maybe next time. If someone in this chat, if someone here from the chat takes the world championship, becomes the next world champ, please make a secret rare card for Magenta. Make a Z leader for the boss. That's even better. That's even now. Yeah, that's gonna be even better. Like now he can cheat out things twice or something. Magenta's Glock speaks for itself. That is true. Like everyone knows that the gun is the most powerful artifact in Dragon Ball. Like the farmer showed us that. Like a gun makes you fearless. Anyway, this is the tier list. I think that I am happy with everything here. Let me go over this. Yeah, I think like tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, that's okay. These guys ending up here. Is there anything that I would move? I think the first two are pretty... I think everything is pretty much set in stone. If I said that I said that I was thinking about this Piccolo, I think but I don't think that it's any better than a casual deck. Gogeta, I would love to be wrong, but I don't think this is happening. Boys here. Well, looking at this, we didn't have so much trash this year. Well, like free trash leaders more than casual. And I think that there is something that can be done with some of these. Where would you rate Vegeta ramp at the moment? Well, Vegeta ramp is... I would put Vegeta ramp probably in the same tier 2 as the blue Goku ramp, the 7 stupid name, the blue Goku ramp. That's where I would put it, because I think the tier 1 ramp decks are SS3 and Beerus, and then you are comparing Vegeta and Goku to SS3 and Beerus, and I think the tier 2 is a pretty fair estimation for them. So yeah, this is the tier list. I'm gonna hang around for like 10 minutes or so, guys. If you have any questions, comments while I'm still live, do you wanna do this again next Friday? We can talk about like other cards, that other leaders that are going to show up in finals, both EU and US. We're going to ground it more to the next meta game, so that we can actually discuss some of these questions, like where would you put like SS3 and other cards, that other leaders that didn't come out this year. Hi, first time I managed to see you live. Thanks for the thank you. Everyone here better be subscribed. Yes, please subscribe. I don't think that we can hit our goal anymore, but who knows, miracles happen sometimes. I think we have a ton of deck lists coming up. Heck yeah. I really enjoy streaming. I really enjoy hanging out with all of you. I love reading all of your comments, and being able to talk now like live is awesome. For the Broly, I think we're opening next week with the newest Magenta deck profile. Then we'll be moving into deck profiles for other leaders. Broly article is coming to Patreon this Sunday, I believe. Then we're gonna do a deck profile as well at some point next week. Gonna talk about Broly. What do you think should be unbanned? Oh, thank you, Terkara. It's sin for Cellmax not to be villainous. It is. Yes, thanks for the entertainment. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, Andy. And I'll see you next Friday. What do I think should be unbanned? I think Android 17 MVP should be unbanned. I think that card should be unbanned. Give me a moment. I will actually go and check the current ban list. Let's see what is banned at the moment. Honestly, I forgot what's banned at the moment. But I think that everything that is banned is like pretty well deserved by now. If anything that I would unban, oh man, I would unban Heartfelt Play. I think that Heartfelt Play ban was super outdated, that it was completely unnecessary. I would unban Heartfelt Play. I would unban Android MVP. I would unban Full Shrouded in Mystery. I don't think that Full Shrouded is as good anymore. I'm not certain on Full Shrouded. Maybe put that one as a maybe. The rest of the deck, the rest of the cards, I would unban Secret ID, definitely. And I know a reason why I liked you. Thanks for love for the content and for all of your work supporting European. Thank you, Christos. I enjoy doing this content, man. I absolutely love doing this, and I will always push for the European scene. Like, if there's any shit trouble, I'll be the first one talking about this. Yeah, that's what I would unban. Basically, Heartfelt Plea, Android MVP, maybe Fu, maybe. And I'm a degenerate, so I would unban Gogeta Hero Revived. I love Gogeta Hero Revived. Red Extra Broly should be in casual decks. Red Extra Broly. But yeah, I agree, it should be, but it's not here because it didn't come out in... it didn't come out this year. That's why we're not looking at it. It came out at the tail end of last year. Yeah. I wish I could co-host a video like this with you and discuss these things. My life revolves around Super since set 1. So sure, hit me a PM. Let's talk. Send me a PM over Facebook. Anything else? If I have missed, no. I think that is it. Probably should be, yeah. Yeah, I think this is it. I think we've covered pretty much everything, guys. It's 11:30 right now. Oh God, it's 11:30. So I think I'm just going to call this a night. What are you laughing at? What's so funny?
The time.
Oh, the time. Yeah. The time is funny. Nicolina says hi, everyone, by the way. What do you think of the Gamma deck? I actually love its mechanic. I love the Gamma deck. If I haven't forgotten about Gamma, it would have been in tier 1. Fortunately, I was able to stomp the Vegeta player base with it. Okay. Free Invoker. Definitely agree. Free Invoker. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming. This was very fun. I have recorded this one, so I will be putting it on the channel. I might just slightly edit it, intro, outro, card market and everything. We are making a new card market edit, don't worry. I've heard feedback about the old one. Anyway, yeah, thanks everyone for coming, and catch the videos next week. We are diving into deck profiles and preparations for finals and all kinds of stuff. Maybe One Piece at some point, I'm not sure, but definitely not next week. Next week we are focusing on Dragon Ball because finals are super close right now. And I'll see you all on Friday next live stream. Let's do that. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.